Will CM Punk, aka Paul from the Mayans, snap again, but only this time, instead of pointing a gun at himself, will he point at Gilly and pull the trigger? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, and we are here to ask the big question. What is the whole end game with CM Punk, with Gilly, with Punk's wife, with the son? We're trying to figure out who the dad is. We believe the dad is Gilly. We don't know if Punk knows who the real dad is. We know that Jacob doesn't know who the dad is. It's like, what the hell is going on here? Why are we doing this whole family shit with only 5 episodes remaining? 4 now. 4 after the most recent episode. So if they wanted to do some family fucking wars, then why didn't they do this a lot earlier in the show to try and give Gilly his own storyline and to try and give him more of a character, give him more relationships with other people outside the club? They could have done this in season 2, season 3. Now they did introduce CM Punk in season 4, but not a lot happened really. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about what happened in the last episode and the big reveal that, of course, Gilly is Jacob's dad. Now, Ray, out of nowhere, has all of a sudden just wanted Gilly to be a dad. I think this is pretty unfair. So we've seen in season 4, Punk was struggling. He was having like mental issues. Don't know if it was like PTSD from him being in the war, but I guess he wasn't functioning correctly. He attempted to kill himself. The home wasn't safe for Ray and Jacob, so I understand them leaving. They move in with Gilly, but it's like they completely just abandon CM Punk. And I feel like if you marry someone, shouldn't you be by their side? Shouldn't you be with them till the very end? And it looks like as soon as CM Punk began to go off the rails, Ray was like, screw this, I'm away back to Gilly. I don't like this. I don't like Ray, to be honest. Now, maybe there was stuff that happened between the two that we didn't get to see on screen, but from what we have seen, it's like, why is she not sticking by her husband? Why is she not being there for Punk? But anyway, she's now living with Gilly. We find out that these two had a thing in the past, and then she makes the big reveal that it's actually Gilly that is the dad and not CM Punk. And then she just decides that Gilly needs to be a dad, and she wants him to be Jacob's dad, but he has to give up the club. He cannot do both. He can't be Jacob's father and be in the Mayans. So she gives him an ultimatum, and I just feel like, again, Punk's getting a really bad deal here. Now, Ray says that Punk didn't hold up his side of the deal, but we don't really see that. I mean, Punk, in a couple of episodes ago, he did come to collect his son. He took him out for something to eat. It looks like he's been visiting. It looks like he's been staying in contact. So what does she mean? And if maybe it's just a case of she's no longer with Punk, she wants to get with Gilly. I would assume these two are having an affair because it looks like the chemistry and the way they're touching each other, the way they're joking on screen, it definitely looks like they're back together, even though she's still married to Punk. And it just seems like she's been a bitch, to be honest. Oh yeah, let's just call it what it is. It seems like she's just wanting Gilly to be the dad now because it suits her, and she's no longer with Punk. And I don't think that's fair on CM Punk, because he has been this kid's father for his entire life, whereas Gilly hasn't. Gilly's just been this uncle that turns up once in a while. And even, let's talk about season 4. Even when Gilly showed up, you didn't really sense that Gilly was close to Jacob or that Gilly was close to Ray. It was like CM Punk was Gilly's brother. CM Punk and Gilly were the two that were close. It was like Gilly turned up to see CM Punk, and it's just like Ray and Jacob happened to be there. They felt really close in season 4, and now they don't feel close at all. Even when Punk comes to see his son, he's knocking on the door, and they take forever to answer. Like, they're in the kitchen joking and having fun. Then when Gilly does answer, he's got this like really strange body language where he doesn't acknowledge Punk in like a friendly manner. It's more like just a neutral. He's like, hey, how you doing? And he kind of like puts his full body across the door in order to suggest, yeah, you're not coming in. It's like, isn't this your brother? Like, not blood brother, but isn't this someone you're super close with? One of your best friends? Like, why are you not inviting the guy into the house? Why are you leaving him standing out on the porch? It just didn't make any sense to me. Then this is, of course, when Punk asked him, are you fucking my wife yet? which of course Gilly never got a chance to answer because Jacob came to the door. But I do feel bad for Punk here. I feel like he's went off the rails, and I get that. But his wife hasn't stood by him, and not only has she not stood by him, and not only has she left him and she's going with Gilly now, but she also wants to take his son away from him, and we haven't seen him do anything. We haven't seen him let Jacob down. We haven't seen him do anything to hurt Jacob. I know he tried to kill himself when Jacob was in the room, but I feel like we always talk about how people have mental health issues and that we should be there to support them and that we should be there to make sure that they're okay and everyone can talk about it. We need to support each other. Whereas we see CM Punk here, it feels like as soon as he has mental health issues, they're like, right, fuck him. Let's leave him. Let's go and sleep with Gilly. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I think we might see now, we don't even know if CM Punk, this is the thing, we don't know if CM Punk knows. Now, you can assume that he doesn't know. But when Ray is talking to Gilly about him being Jacob's father, she says that Punk didn't hold up to his side of the deal, and then she talks about how upset that Jacob's going to be. She doesn't even once mention Punk. She doesn't say that Punk is going to be upset. She doesn't even think about fucking Punk until Gilly says that CM Punk is his brother, CM Punk is his best friend, and then Ray says, yeah, well, he's my husband. So fucking what? You don't care about your husband. You're out here you're living with fucking Gilly. You're probably sharing the same bed with Gilly. You want to rip CM Punk's son away from him and just let Gilly come in now and be daddy after 8 years. So why is she pretending that he's my husband? As if you give a fuck. Even when CM Punk was at the door in episode 4 to collect Jacob, she was like, she wasn't hostile, but she was so fucking cold. She barely acknowledged he was there, as if he didn't even exist. And he gave her a compliment and she completely brushed it off. It's like, she doesn't care about Punk. I feel sorry for Punk, and I think we might see Punk potentially, if the truth comes out, maybe he will feel like Gilly is stealing his family, stealing his wife, stealing his kid, and we might see CM Punk attempt to kill Gilly, or it could be the other way around. Maybe Gilly will be forced self-defense or whatever to try and kill CM Punk. But that's my opinion, guys. I do feel a bit bad for Punk here. I feel like he has been treated poorly, especially by Ray. I feel like when Gilly seems to sympathise more for Punk than Ray does. Ray just doesn't seem to care. She just wants Gilly now to be Jacob's father, and that's it. She doesn't give a shit about CM Punk. She doesn't give a shit about Gilly and how close he is to the club and what the club means to him. All she cares about is her son, and that's fair enough because she's entitled to, but she wants Gilly to basically drop everything he's got going. She wants Gilly to just drop everything in his life and just be like, okay, you come and be the dad now, you come and be Jacob's father, fuck the club, fuck Punk, just it's going to be me, you and Jacob. And I think it's very selfish there from Ray. But anyway, guys, that's my opinion. I think we might see a showdown between CM Punk and Gilly, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody loses their life. That's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts down below. And until next time, guys, it's been Fog Entertainment. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and peace.